All right, we are on part 2 with comparing and ordering rational numbers. To compare and order rational numbers, first we're going to write them in the same form. So, the example they give us, they were mean to us, and they gave us a decimal and a fraction. I'm going to be letting you guys use calculators for this because honestly, it's more important to me that you understand how to do it than it is to worry about division right now. Okay? So we're going to take our calculator and we're gonna make that fraction into a decimal by taking 8 divided by 15. And you're going to get 5.3333, and there's that repeating decimal, 5.33333. Okay? So this is 0.533 with that notation bar over the top. Okay, now we have like things. So we have owing 51 cents or owing 53, or, well, it would probably round to 53. Either way, all we need to really look at is the first two digits. So we got owing 51 or owing 0.53. And remember, we always want to owe less. So greater than goes towards the 0.51. Okay? So you'd rather owe 51 cents than 53 cents. Okay. Order the set. Wow, now they gave us a whole bunch of stuff. Order the set from least to greatest. Okay? So first, let's get them all on the same wavelength here. So they did this one for us. They divided. They would have to, they would have to take 22 into 25 and get 0.88, and then you just add the two wholes onto it. So that's how they got this negative 2.88, okay? And then they already had one of them, 2.46, and then the other one was 2 1/10. So to figure that out, 1 divided by 10, you get 0.1. And then just add the two whole numbers onto it. So negative 2.1. We did that before when we had whole numbers with decimal or with fractions, and we had to make the decimal and then add the whole number to it. So on the number line, they did this for us, negative 2.1. So this is like owing $2.10, owing $2.46, owing $2.88. So to order them from least to greatest, remember, least is what you owe the most. To the greatest is what you owe the least. Owe the least. So negative $2.88, that's owing the most, then owing $2.46, and the greatest would be owing $2.10. Sometimes you're not going to have a positive number in there, so you need to understand how to make those decimals, those negative decimals come in order as well. Okay, they gave us another set to try on our own, and they're all negatives again. So let's start off making our fraction. Remember, the small number goes into the big number. So put the small number in first, 13, divided by 20, and we get 0.65. So for this one, 0.65, and I've got a negative 7, so negative 7 goes in front of that. Okay? So I had, even though this says 0, it says 0 because I didn't put that whole number into it. So I just figure out the fraction part of it, and then I add the whole number to it. All right, and then this one's already done, negative 7.78, and then this one is negative 7 point something, and again, we're going to take the small number, 17, and we're going to divide it into the big number, 100, and it gets 0.17. So add the 0.17. So now we can order them from greatest to least. Greatest is going to be owing the least amount, and the least is going to be owing the most. I know it's confusing, it's kind of backwards. So out of these numbers, which one would you rather owe? If you had to owe something, which one would you rather owe? $7.65, $7.78, $7.17. If you said 7.17, that is correct. So negative 7.17 is actually the greatest number because it's owing the least. So let's get rid of that. Now we got owing $7.65 or owing $7.78. You got it. Owing $7.65 And then write your last one, negative 7.78. Okay, and that is ordering it from greatest to least. Even though it looks backwards, it is correct because you owe the least amount to owing the most amount. All right? If you need to, pause now because I'm going to erase to move on. It's the only thing I don't like about these, this type, it's nice that it comes in color, but it makes it really hard when to move on and let you guys still see. All right, Mr. Plum's science class is growing plants under different conditions, and the table shows the difference from average for some students' plants, order them from least to greatest. So there they were nice enough to already convert all of those into decimals for us. So Ricky's plant, 3 1/4, ends up being 3.25. Sunny's plant was 1.7. Debbie's plant, negative 2.2. And Leonora's plant was negative 1 7/10, which they made negative 1.7. From least to greatest, it's the one that had the worst growth, which was negative 2.2, then negative 1.7, which, now notice, when they give the answer, they didn't put negative 1.7, they went back and wrote that original fraction. And that's what you have to do too. So if you have to convert something, my suggestion would be to write it below it, so that you remember to write the actual fraction. Otherwise, they will count it wrong. Then 1.7, and then 3 1/4, which you would compare the decimals, but remember to go back and write the original fraction. Okay, here's our practice. Let's go over here. Okay, greater than, less than, equal to. Having $9.70, and I just think of it that way. I add a zero onto it and think $9.70, 9.7. If you had a zero on it, that's what it would be, is $9.70. Or owing $10.30. What would you rather have? Rather have the money in your pocket. All right, this one, they were really nice to us. Oh, look at that. They gave us a negative. Watch those negatives, because a positive is always greater than a negative. So that's an easy one. But if you don't catch it, there's a negative there, that's not going to be very helpful. All right, negative 6.7, which is 6 7/10. And look what we have here, negative 6 7/10. That's why learning how to read these numbers is super, super helpful. If you know that this number reads negative 6 7/10, and you know that fraction is negative 6 7/10, what do you think they are? Equal. They are the same. You don't even have to convert that. That's why I really press you guys to read those decimals, 6 7/10, or 6 23/100, okay? Because if you learn to read them correctly, then when you're looking at fractions, sometimes you know without even having to do all the work. All right, negative, we gotta put them in least to greatest. Negative 3 1/3, 3.3, negative 3 3/4, negative 3.5. Now, if you divide negative 3 1/3, if you divide 3 divided by, nope, I did it backwards. 1 divided by 3, you will get 0.333333. That's one you might want to memorize. 1/3 is always 0.33333. So this one is negative 3.3, repeat. Okay? 3/4 gives you 0.75. So remember that negative 3, negative 3.75. So now we can compare least to greatest. So owing the most, negative 3.333. Knowing, okay, let me start over. Owing $3.33. Having $3.30. Owing $3.75, having $3.50. So first, if we're going to do least to greatest, we have to do the owing ones first. So these two owe. So owing the most, would $3.33 be owing the most, or $3.75 be owing the most? Right, $3.75. So, but write this original fraction. So the least is negative 3 and 3/4. Then we gotta put our other negative. So negative 3 1/3. Now, got rid of that. So now we've got having $3.30 or having $3.50. So $3.30 comes next, 3.3, followed by 3.5 would be having the most. So that's your greatest amount. So least to greatest, negative 3 3/4, negative 1 1/3, then having $3.3, and having 3.5. All right, we've got one here, negative 2.111. I'm sorry, not negative, 2.111, negative 2.1, 2 1/11, or negative 2. Now, for 1/11, we're going to do 1 divided by 11, and we get 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, repeat. So for this one, this is going to be 2.09. So now we can compare. Least to greatest, we want the most, owing the most first. So let's look at anything negative. We've got this one that's a negative, this one's a negative. So which one's owing the most, $2.10 or $2? Good, $2.10. So negative 2.1 is the least. Then negative 2, because you got to put your negatives first. Now, the rest are positive. I'm going to erase just a bit here because I think that's 2 point, yeah. So we've got 2.11, which would be like $2.11, or $2.09. Which one would come next? Good, $2.09, but we have to write this original fraction, 2 1/11, and then last would be 2.1 with the repeat. All right, I know this is a really long haul lesson and it's kind of hard and complicated. If you're struggling, let me know. If you're not struggling, move on to the independent practice that is on page 391. You are welcome to use a calculator for that exercise. Do the best that you can. And if you're still struggling, find me or grab an adult. Back this video up, watch it again, watch it slower, okay? And have a great day.